Look at how cool this looks. We'll hit the halfway point today. The perfect day today. So happy. Look at this vastness. This is a really cute village. So gorgeous. This feels so special now. Like coming full circle. Wow, this is beautiful. I think I'm saying goodbye to my shoes now.
Hi, my name is Elli. I'm a long-distance hiker and backpacker. Enjoying a cup of coffee with a view is my absolute happy place. And this is Otto, an adopted stray dog, crisps lover, and the best hiking companion. Come join us as we explore the great outdoors, one trail at a time. In summer of 2024, Otto and I embarked on one of England's most famous long-distance hikes, Wainwright's Coast to Coast, a 192-mile-long walk across England from west to east. This is part 3. Come along for days 6 to 8, where we hiked through the Yorkshire Dales and reached the halfway point.
Good morning everyone! On day 6 of the Coast to Coast hike, Otto and I had a really good night's sleep in the hotel last night. It was so worth it going there just to try all my stuff and get a really good rest. And now we just left Shap and we are going to cross the M6 in a couple of minutes. And then, basically are out of the Lake District. We're heading into the Yorkshire Dales. Really excited for a change of landscape, to see something different, to not have these very strenuous climbs, which is a bit more gentle terrain. The weather's actually perfect for it. Actually, the next 2 to 3 days should stay mainly dry, which is really nice. We have a bit of a bigger day. I'm aiming to get to Kirkby Stephen, which is 19 miles away, but there's not that much of elevation, so I think it should be doable. So let's go! If I read the map correctly, this is basically where the Yorkshire Dales National Park begins. And I don't know, I'm so happy right now. Not that I didn't like the Lake District, I loved the Lake District, but this just seems so familiar after the Pennines Way, and I really like these big open spaces where you can see for so long. And I don't know, I'm just so happy right now. At the end of the Pennines Way I was a bit like, it was getting a bit monotonous going over moorland, but right now this is such a nice change, and to be able to do it in this beautiful weather, and so happy. Wow, this is just so beautiful. Now that we're in the Yorkshire Dales, as you can see, there's more livestock around again, and specifically more cattle, but they seem very friendly, and so far it's always and fine, and obviously they're very used to walkers. Even though I'm not even halfway on the coast to coast hike, but still this is something that I already really like, is the variation of the trail. There's just like over the last 5.5 days there has been coastline, higher fells, lakes, and now moorland, farmland, these old stone walls. It's just stunning. So much variation. This is so cool. There's this cute little place. Apparently there was a honesty cafe, a little tea room thing here, but it's been destroyed by a storm, and so far it hasn't been rebuilt, but still this is a nice area for a break. And apparently you can also camp in the yard there. That's my tent, just trying out. We just had a long lunch break and now we're on our second part of today's stretch, so another 15 kilometers, but not a lot of elevation, and it's still early, so I think we can make it to the campsite and to Kirkby Stephen tonight. And yeah, it's just the perfect day today. So happy! Look at this vastness. This is so gorgeous. Look at that, a very familiar sight. These are the Pennines, and if I'm not mistaken, this peak over there, that I think that must be Crossfell. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's stuff down there. So cool to be back. "29 kilometers down and only 1 kilometer left to go." We've almost made it to Kirkby Stephen, and I'm so happy. This has been such a beautiful day. It wasn't difficult to walk. It was a good path, not too hard on the feet, oftentimes on like grass and soft ground, and yeah, so happy. I'm so excited to go to the campsite now. Apparently it's a really nice campsite. This is our spot for tonight on the campsite in Kirkby Stephen. And look at this place. This is such a cool place for backpackers. Perfect grass, a bench, and look at that. There's a camper's kitchen with toaster, kettle, options to charge your phone, covered seating area. This is such a perfect site. It only cost $12.50, which is not a lot. I definitely have paid a lot more for a lot less facilities in the past. It's so nice when people who are running a campsite actually get what people camping or especially hikers like might need, such as a little shed with a kettle, some plugs to charge a phone, and just basically somewhere to sit in the dry if it's raining, to pack up in the dry. This is so nice. This is such a perfect site. There's even a laundry, so I think I'm going to have my coffee and then take a shower and then do some laundry and yeah, this is such a perfect day. It just gets better and better and better. We had a really nice evening on the campsite. It's such a perfect site. The showers are incredible, one of the best showers I've ever had on a campsite. We have a bit of a shorter day tomorrow and we'll go over 9 Standards Rigg, which is one of the also more famous peaks on the coast to coast hike, and then we'll go to Keld. Such a beautiful area. It feels like I'm discovering it again, and I don't know, maybe because of the change from the Lake District, just to see something new after a couple of days. I don't know, but today's been such a perfect day. It was very long, but still was so it was not strenuous, was not challenging, it was just very comfortable, not too hot, perfect weather, and yeah, it was just the perfect day. So I can't wait for tomorrow, which should be similar when it comes to the weather. So yeah, really excited for that. So good night, see you tomorrow. Ooh, look at that, 72 miles down and 91 miles left to go, which means we'll hit the halfway point today. I just went to the co-op to get a sandwich and a smoothie, and I think I'm going to have my breakfast here and then start the day. Good morning everyone, on day 7 of the coast to coast walk. Otto and I just set off from Kirkby Stephen. We had a bit of a late start after yesterday was such a long day, so we slept in a little bit. We just had a little stroll around town. It's really cute. There's an old church, and now we just set off. As you can see, my pack is quite large again because I picked up a resupply parcel with mainly dog food that I sent myself to the campsite. So yeah, it's a bit heavier, but obviously the weight will go down again. We have a bit of a shorter day. It's only about 10 miles to get to Keld, but there's a bit of elevation because we're going over the quite famous 9 Standards Rigg. Apparently it's very boggy to the point where you can, I don't know, lose your shoe in it. So I hope it did dry up a bit yesterday and this morning. So excited to see more of the Pennines. And yeah, to get to Keld where I've been before, and yeah, everything is great. I'm in a great mood. Today is going to be such a great day, I think. So let's go! This is the start of the climb up to 9 Standards Rigg. And as you can see, it's marked here. There are a couple of different routes depending on the season in the year, because obviously the terrain suffers from erosion quite a bit and it's quite boggy, so there are different routes, and for us, August to November, this is the one. This is so beautiful, the Lake District over there, the Pennines, and this is where we're headed, which is the top of 9 Standards Rigg at 660 meters. I don't know if you can see it yet, I will show you once we get a bit closer, but it really looks like people. There are basically 9 cairns up there, and each of them is, I think, like 3 meters tall and 3 meters in diameter, and yeah, it really looks like people standing up there. I really hope I don't sink into the mud that badly, because I just washed my socks yesterday and they're so clean and fresh, and I would hate if they get dirty right away after 2 hours of walking. But so far it's not been too bad, so let's hope. Look at that. This is 9 standards Rigg. 9 of these cairns on top. They look so interesting. You can see them from miles away. But apparently we don't know a lot about their history, their background, or even their age. I think they're at least 400 years old, but some even say they're 800 years old. And also their origin is kind of unknown. Some say it was some sort of like boundary between Westmoreland and another like district, county in Yorkshire. Apparently there's also one theory that they were built by the Roman army to basically make it seem like from far away that there was like an army, like soldiers on top to scare away the enemy. I don't know if that's plausible, but that's the theory I like most, because I can really see that this would have actually worked, because you can see it from miles away. I already saw it yesterday, and from far away it really looks like people standing there. There's this sort of weird, like spooky, especially if it was like misty or cloudy, just like these big black like people-shaped things on top of a mountain. I can really see why that would be scary, but yeah, we don't know a lot about it. It's quite chilly now, so I think we'll start walking over the top now and then heading down on the other side. This has been our biggest and almost only climb for today. Look at how cool this looks. Wow, so interesting. That's the trig point, so that's the real summit. It's very, very cold now. I wish I would have packed my gloves like closer to the top of my pack, but I think they're inside, so hard to reach, but I could almost use them right now. It's so cold. The wind wasn't even supposed to be that bad, but it's not too long. I think we just have to get over a quite boggy bit and then heading down. And now it really feels like I'm on the Pennine way because of the flagstones. This makes walking so much easier. I know they're a bit controversial, these flagstones, and people saying that it's not like the true experience, and yeah, that's not a real like nature trail, but an improved path. But also obviously it helps with erosion, because people are not going like everywhere and trampling down everywhere. But everyone keeps to the same path, which obviously helps with erosion a lot, and this area suffers from erosion quite a bit. So I think this is for areas like this that are really like sensitive, especially if it's now becoming a national trail with probably even more people hiking it. You don't have to be afraid to like fall into the bog, and some areas can be pretty bad. I quite like them, to be honest, but I can also obviously see why people don't like them that much, because it's it's a bit less of the like wilderness experience. But for now I'm quite happy, especially after all the rainfall over the past couple of days. Aha! There's a marker stone. It says Y and C. So basically this, where I'm headed, is Yorkshire, and this, everything west from here, is Cumbria. Wow, that looks like impossible to cross. Whoa, shit. Okay, I think I'm saying goodbye to my shoes now. Wow, this is really, really, really bad. I don't know, it looks so so deep, and also obviously quite wide. Oh, I don't know where to go. Shit. Oh. Still have my shoes on, which is great. It looks quite harmless, but this is so bad in there. And as you can see, there's really something to be said about the flagstones, because now people are basically trying to find their way everywhere, causing a lot more erosion than there would be if it was just a path going through the middle. Luckily it's not too hard finding our way because there's these little holes, but I definitely wouldn't want to do that stretch in really bad weather or poor visibility. Ooh. As always, Otto is better at finding the way. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Still muddy and boggy, and the path has been a bit hit and miss, hard to see in some places. But I think it's not too long until we're on a better and bigger path again, and it's only about 4 miles to go to Keld. Yeah, I'm really happy that I'm stopping there, because today has been a bit harder than expected. Like if you just look on the elevation and the distance for today, I think it's easy to underestimate it, but it's really hard going in places and slow going. Ooh, I can't wait for this wet bit to be over. Yay! Oh, this is so needed. Our feet are completely soaked, so yeah, really happy that we can make some quicker progress now. Look at how stunning this is. So peaceful and remote. Ooh, I'm walking into Swaledale right now. Keld is down there, and it's so stunning and picturesque. Isn't this just so cute? Like you would picture English countryside. This is so gorgeous. This feels so special now, like coming full circle, being at the same place where we were last year on the Pennine Way in the middle of our chocolate hike. This is, yeah, that feels incredible. I can still remember the morning I walked down from the Tunhill Inn down to Keld, and then yeah, seeing the marker signs for the coast to coast. It's crazy that we've crossed the country from north to south and now from west to east. This is, yeah, it really feels like coming full circle. I don't know, it's just a little detail, but it's just something very special, and also like hitting the halfway mark on this coast to coast hike, which so far has been quite challenging, to be honest. Same as the Pennine Way, a bit harder than expected probably, but yeah, makes me so happy, and also to like think about how different everything was like last year and how far we've come, what incredible hikes we've done in the meantime, and yeah, it just feels so special. We have made it to the campsite in Keld, and look at this view. Isn't this just stunning. This is the view into Swaledale, and I couldn't be happier. This is just so gorgeous. There's even a little farm shop tea room, and I got a cider for later and some crisps, and I had a shower. I washed my socks and yeah, now I'm just going to enjoy the view and just rest a little bit, because the day, even though it was only like in the end 19 kilometers, it was quite a slog in the end. I don't know, just the boggy terrain went on and on and on. So yeah, I think it was quite hard for Otto as well. He's pretty tired, but look at that, it's also the perfect spot for Otto. Behind the fence there are a lot of sheep for him to observe. Ah, life is great. Good morning everyone. On day 8 on the coast to coast walk, we had a really good night. I was so happy with my camp spot just overlooking the Swaledale. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't too windy, it was just a really good night's sleep. And now I just had a tea at the little cafe on the campsite, and we just set off from Keld. I don't know what today is going to be like, if the terrain will be boggy again over the moor or if it's on better path, but we'll see. So far it's been dry, it's quite overcast, but apparently there shouldn't be any rain, and it's like the perfect temperature for hiking. There's a bit of a breeze, not too sunny. I'm so happy to explore the Pennines in Swaledale a bit more, which is one of the like more iconic valleys, dales in the Pennines. So let's go! So incredible to think about that I'm on the Pennine Way and on the coast to coast at the same time. Yeah, this is really coming full circle.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive.
Ooh, apparently this was an old mining area, if I read that correctly. Look at all the colors, the green, the heather. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Get me up, somewhere I can find myself.
We're on our first climb, and I think the biggest one for today. But so far it's been not too wet, not too muddy. And look at that, this is so beautiful, all the heather that's blooming. Ooh, really nice.
I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
Ooh, look at that, some more old mining buildings or an old mill. I don't know, I have to check the map. But a perfect spot for a little snack break, and also look at that, this would be perfect for wild camping too. Wow, this is beautiful.
I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way. I found my way.
This is where we'll be heading up. It's bit of a rougher trail, but I really like it. It's so remote and yeah, just once again a very different landscape, which is so cool that yeah, that the scenery changes every day or every couple of days. This is so nice. This is our second climb for today done. We're on our way back down from the moors to Reeth now. As you can see, it's a better path, a real track, so really easy walking, some quicker progress going downhill or yeah, mostly level. This felt quite long, but we're walking into Reeth now. I don't even know why it felt so long, probably because I didn't take any bigger breaks, because I thought, yeah, it's just 10 miles, we'll be there in no time. But then it felt like, yeah, it was going on and on, because it was quite steep in a couple of places and a bit slow going here and there. So it's already almost 3 p.m. I think I'm going to the little village shop and going to get a lemonade and a snack and have a little rest, and then it's another 3.5 miles, so not too long. Oh, this looks very cute. I even got my coffee and a vegan ice cream. This is a really cute village. Look at the houses and the church. We had our late lunch break in Reeth, and it's such a cute little village. There's a couple of pubs, cafe, a little shop. It's very cute. I don't know, maybe because it's Sunday, there were like people out sitting on the village green. And now we're on our last kilometers towards Richmond. I'm going to stay at a little farm campsite in Keld-Marrick. Only a bit over 1 mile left and we're on our last climb up to Keld-Marrick. We've made it to the campsite. Woohoo! Really about time. We've made it to the campsite. It's basically just the grass near a farm, but there's showers and toilets in there. And look at this view. Isn't this so stunning? It doesn't look like much, basically just a field, but the showers were really, really nice. Good water pressure, really hot showers, and yeah, also charging facilities. Life is so great. It was a bit harder than expected today. Not a lot, but just a little bit. So yeah, really happy that we've made it, and I think the next 2 days will be a lot easier. Like, I think the terrain will be more level, and we only have 2 short stretches, only about 10 miles each day. And yeah, just enjoying a peaceful Sunday evening. I'm going to make a coffee and have some sweets and just enjoying having signal again after almost 2 days of not having signal. And yeah, everything is just great. This is my dinner for tonight: couscous and a protein shake. It's not really a shake, it's like iced tea flavored, so just to get a little bit more protein. It's a beautiful evening, but I can already feel that it's going to be very, very cold tonight. I think the forecast says it should drop to like 5 or 6 degrees, which would be our coldest night yet. As you know, if you've watched a couple of our videos, Otto and I are quite the crisps connoisseurs, so to say. I've discovered these Yorkshire crisps. I think so far these have been my favorite crisps ever in the UK. I don't know, they're very, very tasty. This is it, the end of day 8. It's so crazy to think about that we only have about 115 kilometers left to go, so only about 6 days. Tomorrow is our last little section in the Yorkshire Dales, and then we're out of our second national park, and yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the end. So far it's been a really great walk, and we've had such a great time and luck with the weather for the past couple of days. I think tomorrow is going to be quite windy and it's supposed to rain, but only in the evening, so trying to have an early start. But then again, as I said, we don't have that big of a day tomorrow, so yeah, I think things are going to get a bit easier from here. A lot less elevation on this last third of the walk. Really excited for what tomorrow has to offer, so see you then. Good night.